now joined by Mr. Abhishek Govilkar, Head Agribusiness at Big Mint. Mr. Govilkar, afternoon, and thank you so much for taking your time out and joining us here on ET Now. What do you make of the latest development that has taken place in the cotton industry? The government has not extended the exemption, which means 11% duty will now be applicable on import of cotton into India. What is the rationale? Why do you think the government went ahead and did this?
Hi, good afternoon, and thank you for the opportunity. I think this return of 11% duty on cotton imports is the indicator that government is again focusing on the farmers first stance in terms of policy making as well as policy decisions that they are going to take. Government has introduced this waiver of duty in the month of August, mainly in order to help the textile sectors overcome the lack of demand as well as softening of prices which was there in the textile as well as in yarn prices. So in order to, and last season also there was some lower output of Indian cotton, which has led to significant lower inventories as well as lower availability for the yarn as well as textile sector. So in order to boost the textile as well as in order to help the yarn manufacturers to have higher cotton bales available, they have introduced this particular window where there was opportunity to give 11% discount on all the imports.
Okay, and Mr. Govilkar, what kind of impact will this have on domestic cotton mills there now that they will have to, because import is now becoming expensive, it is a big positive for India's domestic cotton mills, right?
Yes, yes. India by far is slightly overpriced in comparison to its peers in the international market. In the last cotton season, already we have seen that India has imported close to 40 lakh bales from the international markets. And India, even though is one of the largest cotton producers, we have converted ourselves into a net importer for cotton bales. And for the current season, for 25-26, again, Cotton Association of India is expecting that India will import close to 48-50 lakh bales, which is still higher than last year, and again is going to give a significant competition to the domestic cotton as well as domestic bale which are trading in the primary market. But again, this shift or this reduction in duty is going to shift the procurement from the imported cotton to the domestic cotton, and I think the yarn as well as textile manufacturers will have to devise a strategy where the gradual flow of imports will get reduced and more say procurement will be done from the domestic markets which are growing the cotton.
And Mr. Govilkar, what kind of impact will this have on cotton prices then? Now that imported cotton has become expensive, do you think cotton in the domestic market, prices of cotton in the domestic market could surge in the short term?
Not exactly. In the current season, we have seen that there is a small, reduction in cotton acreage, but again, the yield is somewhere around 100-120 lakh bales, which is expected from the trade sources. This higher inflow of imports is going to keep the prices down, and also we have seen that the downstream industries for the cotton, mainly the yarn as well as textile, have seen a significant reduction in demand. So that is something which is keeping the prices in check as well as keeping the prices moderate, even though we have seen that there was some shortage in supplies in the last season, and then this higher than expected imports is also helping the market to keep the prices more or less more stable, as well as giving the opportunity for the yarn as well as textile sector to manufacture more, as well as see wherever there is an export opportunity for Indian cotton.
All right, and Mr. Govilkar, since you spoke about demand, I also had a follow-up question. How, since you interact with many players directly, what is the trend when it comes to demand, both in the domestic market as well as export demand?
See, India normally consumes around 25-26 lakh bales on a monthly basis. That is the level of consumption for our cotton bales. And most of this is converted into yarn and further into textiles. And whatever yarn that we are manufacturing, almost one third of that yarn is exported directly to European, US as well as Bangladesh, Vietnam markets. But in last couple of years, what we have seen that because Indian cotton or cotton yarn was slightly outpriced in comparison to the other suppliers like China, Africa, as well as Brazil, which has entered into cotton very recently. So we have seen a fair degree of challenges as well as competition in the international market. So I think that is something which industry needs to focus on, and we need to be very correct on our way how we devise our overall say procurement as well as export strategy for the cotton in the coming years.
Okay, so that's the view coming in with respect to demand, cotton prices, and what the move by the government actually means for domestic cotton manufacturers. Mr. Govilkar, thank you so much for taking your time out and joining us here on ET Now.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Shifting focus to our next segment, did you know? And let's put the